Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Asad Yaqub and once again I welcome you from my IELTS class in Lahore, Pakistan. And this is my IELTS class and you cannot see but there are students sitting right in front of me, right? So I'm gonna give you some more tips about IELTS reading actually. Yeah, we started that, so I'll just give you some more tips. But before I tell you about IELTS reading, let me give you something general. I've seen this thing that all over Pakistan a lot of people are taking IELTS. All over India a lot of people are taking IELTS. I'm receiving a lot of messages on my WhatsApp every day. The thing is this, some of them, they are not setting their realistic goals. Now you need to set your realistic goal for IELTS. The other day I received a message on WhatsApp and that guy was trying to type the message in English, and I read the level of English because I'm a teacher. Whenever somebody sends me a message, I can easily understand the level of English. When you send a message in English, I can easily understand the sort of problem that person is having. And then he was demanding 8 bands and then 7, 7, 7. In one module 8, in 3 modules 7. Now when I looked at his English, then I realized this is not a realistic goal. And when there is a goal which is not a realistic goal and you are trying to chase that because you think you are confident, this thing happens mostly in Punjab, in Pakistani Punjab and in Indian Punjab, that we take IELTS like that. I'll do IELTS, huh? Like, you know, in Indian Punjab they say I'm the Jat and I'll take IELTS and there is no problem, right? And here also we become confident that I will get 8 bands, no problem. You cannot get 8 bands like this, that you are saying I'll get 8 bands. It's on the basis of your English. So the first thing is you need to set a realistic goal. Otherwise by the end you will have wasted your money. By the end you will have wasted your money and you will not be able to go anywhere. I mean, if you want to go to Canada, all right, Canada, you'll not be able to go there because you're not setting the realistic goal. Now for instance, you need 8 bands and after getting 8 bands you qualify for IELTS, and the level of English you are having, that is equal to 5 bands. So there is a hell of difference between 5 band, the level of English when you're getting 5 bands, and the level of English when you're getting 8 bands. Now let me tell you, I'm English language teacher. I have been teaching English for around 13-14 years and my band score is 8. See that? Now you want to get 8 bands and your English is not up to that level. So my advice for you all is that you need to set a realistic band score. How can you calculate the realistic band score? In IELTS we have listening, in IELTS we have reading, 2 modules, right? With a little knowledge about listening and reading, try to take 1 complete listening test, then take 1 complete reading test, and after that check how many answers are correct. Whatever the band score you get over there, so you can get 1.5 to 2 bands more than that with your effort. Now for example, if you're getting 5 bands there in the practice test, you checked your level is equal to 5 bands, maximum you can reach 6.5 or 7. But if you're having that 5 and you want to get 8, that's gonna take at least 1 to 2 years time. At least, because you need to upgrade your English up to that very level. If your English is not up to that level, and then again you will take IELTS, you are getting low bands. Now for example, I received a call from somebody, he was getting 6 bands but he was demanding 8 bands, and he said I repeated IELTS many times but I'm again getting 6, somewhere 5.5, somewhere 6.5. How can I get 8 bands? For 8 bands your English should be exceptional. Exceptional English means very good English, very high English, then you can get that, right? So please don't waste your money, don't waste your time. If somebody says if you get 8 bands then you'll be able to achieve that immigration and all that, and your present level is equal to 5 bands, then don't go for that, because that's gonna be such a big dream. Yes, if you want to go for it, then improve your English up to the highest level. Highest level means you understand English. When you read English, you understand everything. When you listen to English, you understand everything, and you write good English as well. So then that is going to be a 1-year plan minimum. Not like that you are trying, okay, you say okay next time, I mean you are getting 6 bands and you try second time, third time, fourth time, fifth time, you will be moving around 6 bands. somewhere 6.5, somewhere 5.5, somewhere 7. So unless you work hard, you upgrade your English. So my advice to you all is, do not waste your time and do not waste your money. Right? By the end, again, you will be back to the pavilion, and by that time you will have wasted at least 1 to 200,000 rupees. Right? I mean, you will give the money to the consultant, you will try IELTS 2-3 times, you will go to the coaching center and all that thing. So that will cost you around 200,000 or 300,000, and then you'll be back there. So you need to set your realistic goal, and then yes, whatever your present level is, identify that, and then you can go ahead 1.5 bands. 1 to 1.5 bands, or maximum 2 bands you can go. Now for example, if you're getting 6 bands already, yes, you can get 8 bands. If you're getting 5 bands already, yes, you can get 6 or 6.5. That's what realistically you can do that. Now if you're getting 4 bands, your English is pathetic, and you say 8 bands leni hai, okay, 7 bands leni hai, things like that. Okay, so you need to check that very thing, right? So I wish you all the best. It was a small piece of advice I gave you. Don't give a lot of money to IELTS people. Set realistic goals. Let me tell you, out of people who take IELTS, only 10% people, or even less than 10%, they are getting their required bands. For example, if there are 1,000 people, out of 1,000 only 100 will get their required bands. Others are not getting their required bands, but they are giving very good business to IELTS. 90% people are giving very good business to IELTS, right? And then they are repeating and they are going in the same circle again and again and again. So I advise you all, please set realistic goals, otherwise do something else. I mean, if your goal is not realistic, it's not possible that your level is 4 bands and you want to get 7 bands, 8 bands. It is literally not possible. I'm not a negative guy, not at all. I'm not a negative guy. I'm a very positive guy. I always appreciate the students, but there are few things which are equal to impossible. So you need to just check that, and you got to be wise before making any decision. Asad Yaqub wishes you all the best. Take care. Allah Hafiz.